Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. We still have bears in the back. We are back to making more videos on Boxmining channel. That is so weird, right? So I have not filmed videos for a long ass time, but yet again, you never know. In this video, we're gonna talk about the future where you put on a pair of wait. That's been done before to death already, but it hasn't been done on cars. At first glance, it might sound a little bit gimmicky at first because you're thinking, okay, why do I need VR in cars? I mean, what's the purpose of that? But as you start looking at the way technology is progressing, this is really becoming the next logical conclusion. So in this video, we're going to cover a little bit about Holoride. This is a project that seems a little bit far on the blue, but they have a lot of partnerships and a lot of technology that would actually make this work. Cars are no longer going to be driven in the future. We've seen that now with how Tesla is pushing out their autonomous driving, and very soon, in just maybe a few years, in probably less than a decade, we're gonna just see people just walking their cars and just sitting there. I mean, that's a little bit boring, right? But sitting there with this makes a lot more sense because at least we can see something different. At least we go to another world, so that little bit of commute time, because commute times don't change, that becomes a lot more interesting. So what Holoride is doing is they're putting this into cars and having technology to make people sure that people are in another world and they're not sick in another world too. They can be either gaming with their friends next to them, they can be visiting or just watching a movie, or even just doing their work, just having another conference call in VRs. And in large part, this video is inspired by what's happening with STEPN, because STEPN really took the move to earn concept to a whole new level, and it opened up a new playing field for what's happening with this move to earn fitness plus crypto space. What I see here with Holoride is that they're pushing and opening a new door. And it's kind of funny because a lot of my researchers were kind of asking, you know, what's a competitor? What's a natural competitor to something like this project? And honestly, the official project reply was there is none. And I kind of agree. It's as cocky as and arrogant as that sounds, that there is no competitor to this. It is opening up a new space, and it's opening up a new way of thinking. So anyways, in this video, we're going to cover a little bit about what this project is about, how the token works, and how this whole kind of ecosystem fits in. So strap in, let's go for a ride. Before we start, let's rewind a little bit and just talk about how this project started, how this concept even started in the first place. So this was actually born in Audi. So back all the way in 2015, people at Audi started saying, yeah, autonomous riding is going to be the future, and people are just going to be bored if they just sit there in a car, right? So they saw this kind of conjunction of autonomous riding and VR and took with that concept and started growing that concept. Now, obviously, back at that time, VR was starting out and VR was making people sick. I mean, I've been talking about VR in this channel before, and I said, VR makes sense. It's a great world to go into. But even with something that's 2021 above, like the Oculus Quest 2, which was I was holding, it still made me sick. And something that I kind of saw or foresaw, and probably they foresaw too, is that there's a need for technology to make us not sick. So this is what they've been doing in the past few years. They've been kind of creating something called this elastic path. So they'll kind of project what kind of movement the car is going to have and kind of match that with something that the glasses are going to experience. So in large part, this was trying to solve a key issue. People probably want to go into VR, but not only is technology preventing them, the technology is not good enough, but also motion sickness will prevent them too. So by doing some sort of matchup between what the car was experiencing, the movements that the car was experiencing or will experience, to what's happening on screen, this will greatly enhance that experience and reduce motion sickness. So that was all the way in 2015 where this project started off, called autonomous driving, and it was really much headed by Audi. Now, as time progressed, more and more car developers joined because they also realized and came to the same conclusion. So companies like Porsche, Ford, Mercedes-Benz, they kind of joined the project, and slowly they started becoming a more and more mature concept. So right now, to this point, Audi still owns a minority stake in the project, but the project has grown to become a much more large kind of cooperation between the big car manufacturers. They've also got around 30 employees, kind of all from top tier tech firms working and making sure this technology works. So at this current point in 2022, they're about to release a prototype to show the working technology in progress, which is a very exciting time to follow this project. They've also kind of worked into this cryptocurrency scene. They have a new token called Ride, and I'm gonna get Jemmy to talk a little bit about the Ride token.
So the native token is called the Ride tokens. You can use it as a governance token, use it to buy digital items and upgrades with a discount from the fiat price, play to earn, use it to mint the NFTs, and you as a content creator or a car manufacturer, you may also receive Ride tokens via transaction fees. You can buy the token on my exchange, which means it's running on the Aaron blockchain. Obviously, the reason to choose Aaron over Ethereum is because of the transaction speed and cost. Even though Ethereum is trying to solve the problems by upgrading via the merge, Aaron already has a working platform that eliminates computational power and gas fees, so you do the math. Aaron is actually the first startup to be introduced to the Aaron Launchpad. It has been listed on my exchange, Gate.io, and BACKSEAT. If you want to check out how to buy the token on my exchange, you can also watch my step-by-step tutorial, and you'll find the link on the top right corner. Holoride initially circulated 130 million tokens, and there's a max supply of 1 billion. 200 million tokens were sold at 2 cents at a private sale to raise funds, and another 50 million was sold publicly before the launch of the crypto, which constitutes only 5% of the total Ride tokens. Still, this will have brought Holoride $6 million. The rest are reserved for members of the ecosystem like the developers and other early adopters of the project. They have also incorporated a metastaking program. The Ride metastaking is an innovation that is unique to the Maya DEX, and for the first time combines token staking, liquidity providing, and new farming into new products. In other words, you can earn a third type of reward. So you can stake both Ride token and Eagle Ride LP farm tokens to earn additional Ride rewards. Better yet, Eagle Ride liquidity provider, who already farm max and allocating max rewards in the regular farms, can further stake the farm tokens in the Ride Metastake and earn additional Ride rewards. The Ride tokens reward are taken directly from the treasury of Holoride to help attract more users to the platform. 21.7 million Ride tokens will be offered as metastaking rewards over the course of 12 months.
Alright, for the conclusion. So if cars are being autonomously driven and you have nothing to do on there, and on top of that, as the rate of VR technology increases, coupled with what they have in terms of their own proprietary technology to not make you sick, that makes a lot more sense now. So yes, it does appear to be kind of a mismatch of kind of VR and the VR play, but it makes sense because if you think about it, you know, on your daily commute, whether it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes, if that time is not being spent driving, what are you gonna do, right? And I can foresee myself if I'm, chilling, just, watching something stupid, or more importantly, if I'm like super busy, sure, some sort of VR chat makes a lot more sense. And it makes a lot of sense to be in VR in the first place if it doesn't make you sick, because if you just look at a screen, if I brought a laptop onto my car, right, it doesn't work because I tried doing that before working on transport. You get super sick super quickly because it's just not adapted to being in a car environment. So if this is some technology that can work in a car, then I think that's going to be super interesting. So this is why I feel like this works, and this is why I personally did invest in this token. It's because I do see that there is value here to be had. So anyways, I hope you guys got a little bit of an overview of what's happening. This is obviously not a short-term play, it's a long-term play. It is talking about the future, but I feel like it was a necessity to bring it to this channel and bring this the discussion here, especially because with crypto, we have the possibility of integrating worlds together. They're also token trading on Elrond, which is kind of cool. So this whole experience of just trading it, buying it, trading it, that's been pretty streamlined so far. So if you guys want some additional tutorials about how to touch a token, trade a token, leave a comment below. But I've been having a blast kind of being part of the ecosystem and seeing how they can take both that blockchain infrastructure that is being built on Elrond to the next level. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is an outlandish idea, or does it click and make absolute sense for you? Leave a comment down below. I hope to see you in the next video. See you soon.